Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable newborn hats. They're for newborn to 0 to 3 months. They fit my son right now, and he is a month and a half old. You will need a bulky yarn. Mine obviously changes colors. And you will also need a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Let's get started. Hey guys, we're going to start with the magic loop. Pull up a stitch and chain 2. Now you want to do 4 double crochets into the loop. After you have your 4 double crochets, cinch your loop, and then you want to slip stitch into the top of your very first double crochet. You want to chain 2 again. And then do 4 double crochets, 1 in each stitch. And then slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet. So chain 2 again. And now in that first stitch, you're going to do 2 double crochets in the same stitch, so it increased. Now we're going to do 3 more double crochets, 1 in each stitch. And then slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet. So now we have 5 stitches. Now chain 2 and double crochet all 5 stitches, 1 double crochet in each stitch. And then slip stitch into the top of your chain 2. Chain 2 again, and now we're going to increase to 6 stitches. So do 2 double crochets in your very first stitch, now you want to do 4 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, and then slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet. Now we have 6 stitches. Chain 2 and double crochet all 6 stitches. And then slip stitch into the top of your first chain 2. As you can see, it is getting wider. Now we're going to increase to 7 stitches. So chain 2, do an increased stitch, 2 double crochets together in the same stitch for the first one, and then 5 more all the way around. So now we have 7 stitches, and go ahead and slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet, then chain 2 and double crochet all 7 stitches, and then slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet, chain 2, and we're going to increase to 8 stitches. So do 2 double crochets in that very first stitch, and then do 6 stitches all the way around. So now we have a total of 8 stitches. So you're going to slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet. I'm going to chain 2 and then double crochet 1 time in each stitch for a total of 8 double crochets. Now I have 8 double crochets, so slip stitch into the very first stitch. Now we're going to increase to 9 double crochets. So chain 2, do 2 double crochets into the first stitch, and then 7 double crochets all the way around, 1 in each stitch, and then slip stitch into the very first double crochet. Chain 2 and do 9 double crochets all the way around, 1 in each stitch. Now slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet and chain 2. We're going to increase to 10 stitches. So do 2 double crochets in the first stitch, and then 8 double crochets all the way around, 1 in each stitch. And then slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet, chain 2, and do 10 double crochets all the way around, 1 in each stitch. And then slip stitch into the very top of your first double crochet. Alright, so we're done with the tail. Now we're going to make the hat. Chain 2 and do 2 double crochets in each stitch. So you should have 20 stitches when you get back to the beginning. Alright, now I have 20 double crochets all the way around. Slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet and chain 2. Now we're going to increase to 30 stitches. So do 2 double crochets in the first stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the second stitch. You're going to repeat this pattern all the way around until you get back to the beginning. So do 2 in the next stitch, and then 1. When you get back to the beginning, you should have 30 double crochets, and then slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet and chain 2. Now you're going to double crochet each stitch all the way around for 30 double crochets. After you have 30 stitches all the way around, slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet. Now we're going to repeat this row 3 more times, so we'll have 4 rows of 30 stitches. Alright guys, now I have 4 rows of double crochet. This is where I increased to 30 stitches, this is where I increased to 20 stitches, and this is my 10 in my tail. So I'm going to chain 2 and do 1 more row of 30 double crochets. And then I'm going to slip stitch in the top of my first double crochet. And I'm going to chain 1 and do my last row, which is just 1 round of half double crochet. So do 30 half double crochets. After your half double crochet row, simply slip stitch into the very first half double crochet, chain 1, and cut your yarn.